On the right is how much I am currently still in debt due to film school. And on the left is how much I have paid for the film school of CASEY NEISTAT. Film school, no matter in what form, I feel like is something always judged. This idea of teaching someone how to create something can be completely unproductive. I always tell myself, those who can, do, and those who can't, teach. I know it's harsh, but I believe it's somewhat true. In December 2021, when CASEY NEISTAT announced his film school, I was intrigued. He completely counters my teaching statement by being someone for years who has been doing and not teaching. So I paid the money, and in January 2022, class began. I have done online courses in the past, so I kind of knew what I was getting myself in for. 30 days of lesson, and by the end I should have 2 pieces of work. On day 30, they asked me for a review of the course, so here is that review. So this is where the film turns more into a review than a film about the course. At the end of the 30 days, Monthly asked us to make a video on what we thought about the course. And I thought, well, this was probably very high in demand simply because of the name attached to it. And being one of the first people to take the classes, I think it's only fair to give across what the course was actually like compared to how it's marketed to us. So they've asked us some questions, and I think it's only fair to give the answers. First of all, before I even go into the review of the course, you have to understand that CASEY NEISTAT is not part of it. He's just a name who has obviously created the course and does all the video tutorials, but he isn't physically a part of it. From my experience, he didn't watch any of the films. Being the first class, I don't know if that's going to change, but if you think you're going to have a one-to-one with him, save your money, because that's not how it is. I understood that coming in. I didn't expect that coming in, so that doesn't really change the outcome of my review and how I thought of it. I liked the deadlines of the course. It actually sent you emails every day telling you what you still had to do, and when that submission day was up, it would kind of tell you how to move forward if you hadn't already. This wasn't one of the questions, but I only think it's fair if they're going to ask what I like, they should also ask what I dislike. The filler days between the videos felt wasted. Out of the 30 days that you're working on the course, I also know that half of the people in the class that I was in anyway were completing these assignments within a day, and then they would have 3 days of just really doing, I guess, nothing. It felt like those days could have been used better. Maybe some form of feedback, because the other thing I disliked is the fact that it was peer-to-peer feedback, which does mean if you're in a class and no one's interested in the peer-to-peer feedback, you're not going to get any kind of review on your film. One of the worst things about the course is the fact that no one from Monthly watches any of your videos or gives you professional feedback. For a lot of people that do this course, they might have not picked up a camera before. They might just be really interested in the way that CASEY makes his videos, and they want to learn how that happens as well. You're relying on people to take time out of their day to watch your film. It was very potluck. If you're in a good class, then you would have probably had a great experience, but if you weren't in a very good class with people who really cared about helping each other out, then you wouldn't have that good of an experience, and it would have been a very lonely 30 days. So I took this film course on Monthly because I'm very interested in the style of CASEY, and I kind of just wanted to know how he comes up with his ideas. That was what I wanted to get out of it. I didn't really go in there for any cinematography or really any editing tips. There were some things that I saw that he did which was very interesting, and I had my own ways of doing it, but it was still interesting to see how he would get over things and complete the puzzle with the edit. I understood how he come up with his ideas and how I can use that for my own personal use. So during the course, you're presented 2 projects. The first one is supposed to be an off-the-cuff kind of film. You go out and you think of an idea and then you kind of film it there and then you bring it back together and you create this really short 3 averagely minute kind of film about an idea. And then the second project was all about going out there and trying to spend more time on an idea, something maybe that's about your life, but something a bit more in-depth. I thought the first project was very good. I liked the idea of just going out on my phone and making a film. While the second one I thought was a great idea, but it felt like the momentum in not just the class, my class, but the momentum of the whole course kind of slowed down quite a lot. On the first one, everyone seemed to be more engaged. Out of my class of 20, I would say about 10 people were engaged on the first one. In a course where you're peer-to-peer feedback and people are submitting all their work late, it didn't quite work on the second one, I didn't think. We only really connected through the submissions where you were forced to watch someone's film and give some feedback, but you could have easily clicked next and not give any feedback at all, or not even watch their film. I believe afterwards there were groups made. You could have easily had a Zoom call or something with a monthly team person in there to talk about the projects or something. I know it's difficult with everyone being on different time zones, but I do think this is where the film course could probably elevate itself. The peer-to-peer just didn't really work. I spoke about this briefly before. It's a great idea to have it over 30 days, but I think you need less filler days in there and more content days in there. I feel like if you're going to take the course, you probably need to genuinely be able to do the 30 days. And I know it's difficult to say, but not have much on. I think this one has differed mainly on probably the content. Actually having to do submissions was a big one, and having to do weekly submissions to give updates on your project. That's how I think this one does differ. This is the question I've kept till last, because I'd offer this to someone who wants an insight on how to create those kind of YouTube heightened vlog videos. If you're looking to go into this and come out with a lot of film knowledge, it's probably the wrong course for you. If you're looking to go into this and learn how to do cinematography by CASEY NEISTAT, it's the wrong course. If you're looking to go into it to learn editing by CASEY NEISTAT, it's the wrong course. But what you will come out with is an idea of how he creates his films daily and what the process was for that, and how you can take that and adapt it to your own work or not adapt it to your own work. And I know that's a very broad way of putting it, but that is what the course is. It's looking at his behind the scenes of his daily vlogs and what his thought process is. I think that's very interesting if that's what you're looking to get out of it. If you're looking to get anything more, save your money and go somewhere else. I will, however, say, on a final note, I did enjoy the course and I did get out of it what I wanted, being able to see the behind the scenes of what CASEY does to make his videos. But what I have disliked is how Monthly has marketed the course as if you are getting a one-to-one with CASEY, which is not true at all. And I think that there lets the course down, because I imagine a lot of people will be convinced that they will get a one-to-one with him, and it's just wrong. You will not.